the longer you keep that around and show that off, I think it's really going to show its worth, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I think so too. Let me grab a couple other Omegas. Here are a few of the Omegas. Now, this is the leather, the HORWEEN CXLs. I've had people asking what type HORWEEN. HORWEEN's a company. This is the Chrome XL leather. And then in the middle we have the vintage brown. It's the Evangelical Bible exclusive. It has the upgraded ribbons and such. Then we have the 2015 deep brown version. The deep brown, it had a better grain. The vintage brown, this was probably my favorite Omega until the HORWEEN.
Yeah.
This is not the Nomega. This is actually the Creeds and Confessions. I gave my Nomega away as a gift that I wasn't super sad to see it go. I didn't really use it that much, but the Creeds and Confessions essentially represents the same binding and block and all. It's the same basic block, except with the Creeds and Confessions added. So what is your take on these?
Now, typically, if I just, like I'm going to grab a Bible, I'm going to go with this one.
Yeah.
It just feels like, well, the ribbon's going to give it away right here.
Yeah.
I'm going to gravitate to this one. And I would probably not naturally go to this one until I held it in my hands.
Yeah, that's right.
That's the big difference. You see this grain, and we've kind of compared premium Bibles to the grain now. Like we really get infatuated by a deep, grainy look. So that, to us, has represented a premium Bible up until the Nomega.
Yeah.
And then we're like, hey, beautiful grain, let's feel it. What is that? But then this, I've seen the pictures, I've seen the reviews, and I'm like, well, I've got to take a look at this in person.
Yeah.
Because I almost pulled the trigger myself on a Black Friday. Now I'm regretting it.
Well, I think that, honestly, these HORWEEN editions will double in value. I think it'll be essentially like the Judge.
That's right.
It'll essentially be like either the Judge and even the Thomas Nelson Signature Series. It doesn't have the French mill paper, but the HORWEEN leather is so limited. So, I mean, you're not going to find, there's not as many, and for it being a first edition,
right,
it's going to be a lot more valuable to hang on to, So the HORWEEN editions, I think, will hold their value better than anything that's being made today.
Yeah.
Just because of either the exclusivity and the uniqueness of the actual leather itself, the first of its kind within the publishing industry, at least. Now, I know people have made HORWEEN leather Bibles before, but on this scale, I think they're going to hold their value real well.
I think the only challenge going for it, if it's a used one, right? People might be a little turned off of the scratches and the patina and so forth. But I don't want people to think, let me grab this and just keep it on the shelf for 10 years and double my, investment on that. But
I think without the patina, it loses value because it feels like it reveals that it hadn't been used.
Right.
Where a goatskin Bible, I mean, it could have been used every day as long as someone takes care of it. Like these Bibles, this vintage brown was my go-to every day for a year, and you can't even really tell. I mean, it's really, they hold up so well.
And that's the thing. When people thought about premium Bibles, it's going to look just like this in the next 50 years, and that was exciting.
And that was the goal, at least for the last 10, 15 years.
That durability.
Yeah.
And but this is going to be something very, very unique that is uniquely yours.
Yeah.
And it's going to have memories associated with it.
But I also think that the value is still there. Like if someone had a broken in, just like if you an old bomber jacket, check out those on eBay.
Oh yeah, that's exactly right.
They're pricey. Even though it's someone else owned it, the fact that it's broken in and it's quality leather, I think I think a more broken in one is going to sell even higher than one that's unused. All of the Bibles that I would want to hold out of all of these, like all of these hold a special place. This one was a gift from my mom. And like it was my first real premium Bible in 2015.
Yeah.
So this one holds a special place in my heart. So I always want to read from this deep brown, and then I get the vintage brown. I read from this one for about a year straight, and now I've had this Omega with the HORWEEN, and it's just like that's what I want. You know, I want to be pulled to it.
I had a conversation some years ago. Guy was trying to hire me to take over a magazine.
Yeah.
You know, a Christian magazine, and I didn't go to work to be the publisher for the magazine. But he was asking a question, why do you think people buy magazines? And I said, well, you know, I mean, in a day and age where you consume most of your information from your smartphone or computer, it's less and less appealing to have something in hand, right? Unless it's personal.
Yeah.
Unless
Agreed.
it's personal.
Yeah.
And then if a story in a magazine has impacted you, or you have a particular running, you know, dialogue in a magazine that people want to hold that in the hand because they have an emotional attachment to it.
Yeah.
My point is something like, you know, grabbing the HORWEEN, that's going to grow with you over time and change with you as you change over time.
Yeah.
The aroma of this and the feel of this, and I mean, even this, the grain and so forth, this is something that is going to touch multiple senses.
Yeah.
And it's going to be an experience. And that's the beauty of falling in love with your Bible, not just the text within. That's the best, that's the part that we all want. So how do we get you there? You know, this is a relationship that you have, and a story is being told.
Yeah. All of these, the wear and the patina, is kind of part of the signature that you're going to put on this Bible that would be passed down, which is so great. And I love the feel of it, honestly, even if it's never passed to anybody. I love the actual feel of this leather. And one other thing, I think that this HORWEEN leather is meant to do one thing specifically, and it's done it really well. It's meant to grow the market.
Yeah.
It's meant to introduce people that are leather, you know, enthusiasts that might pay $500 for a pair of you know, HORWEEN leather boots
or a saddle bag, you know,
exactly.
a crossbody bag, you know.
Why not have
really
a HORWEEN Bible? I mean, they already read their Bible. They probably they didn't even know that this type of community existed. So you're growing the market into a place that already has probably millions and millions of people that are spenders, consumers of these leather products. So it's smart on Crossway's part, in my opinion. It was a home run. I said it's not just a home run. This is a grand slam.
I'm convinced. You know, now I said I missed the Black Friday sale.
Yeah.
You know, but you know,
well, I would get one before they're out. I really, and I'm not a Crossway salesman. I really nail them to the wall when it comes to areas where I think that they need to do better. But I want to give them props in producing the HORWEEN editions, and I want to see more of them. I want to see a HORWEEN wide margin. I want to see a HORWEEN study Bible. There's a lot of these that I think would be hugely successful, but I know that this is a test in the market. If you're if you're on the fence about getting one of these, you should just do it.
Do it. Just do it! Don't let your dreams be dreams.
And make sure you're going to use it. Okay, so if you're a collector, the HORWEEN might not be for you, and that's okay. Don't feel like you're being left out.
Right.
If you buy a Bible to enjoy it once in a while, and that's nothing wrong with that, but this Bible is meant to be used. It's like an Abrams tank. It's meant to be used, or it's going to rust and be good for no one. So I mean, buy one and use it.
I agree.
Yeah. As with every video, we're going to give away a Bible for this video as well. So in this area I'm going to pass you the name.
Yep.
And he's going to catch it right there. So in that area, there's a name. You won a Bible. Congratulations. And as always, thank you guys for watching. Take care. God bless.